this is a faucet outside. You need to turn it off in the winter, otherwise it will freeze. I'll show you how to do that inside in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so this is an electrical outlet that we put in so that you could start a snowblower in the winter. And we'll show you how to switch that off when we go inside downstairs. We installed a lock that is a keypad, so that if you've got middle school kids, you can give them the code and then they're not going to lose a key. So how you would lock this is very simple. You just press this name Schlager, and then the door's now locked. To unlock, you press the sludge and then you do the code that again is written inside. Okay, and now the door will open. We got a very specific kind of window for a very specific reason. These are windows that you do not have to pay a window cleaner to clean, because you can clean both the inside and the outside from inside, and you can do it safely. I'm going to show you how you do it. Oh, we've left curtains in every room just so that if you do end up sleeping here at night, you can have some privacy and you can not be woken up when the sun comes up. Okay, so quick thing about the windows. When these little knobs are in, it is locked. You can't move it. If you want to open a window, you have to put them out to the side. And now they win. They open. I used to have plants here, which is why the insect screen for this is at the top, not at the bottom. It's totally up to you what you do. So how you would wash these windows is you would lift them up. You want about a fist height, a little bit higher. Then there are two little knobs here. You push both of them in and the whole thing, so these are the knobs I'm talking about, okay? The whole thing that closes, opens.
Do not twist it.
Do not twist it, very gently, just lay it down. Clean, 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 clean. I've already cleaned them for you. Now you can hold this one down all the way. It doesn't actually have to be all the way, you could do it at any point. But you need this, again, those clips are exactly the same. Oh, I missed a bit, I do apologise. And now you can clean that. This is the insect screen. Alright, so to close them up, so once this part is clean, what I recommend is you do the top one first, close it up, and then whilst it's down, you can clean the inside one, put it all the way back to the top, clean the outside one of the bottom one, rotate it down, clean, 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 clean. And then if you come here, you need these things to be aligned so that then you can just easily do that, okay? All of the windows work like that. Because the house we're moving to doesn't have a fireplace, we've left you all the fireplace tools. There's a brush, there's a little shovel, and there's a poker, and there's a thing to grab logs if you need to. It's 4 things, it's our gift to you, we hope you enjoy it. If you want to make a fire, this moves, okay? So that's where you're going to put your kindling, you're going to start it up with small amounts, and then once it's going well, you're going to put bigger logs on. We've left you a bag of kindling and paper.
And there are logs outside. And
we've left you probably about $200 worth of logs in the one of the little green sheds outside in the back garden. If you don't want them, if you don't want the wood, please, Neil, who's number 15 in that direction, he has fires all the time. If you knock on his door and say, hey, the Steels left me all this wood, we're not going to have fires, Neil will give you he won't give you a hug, but you know what I mean. Right, if you want a fire in this house, and you've got some form of screen to protect the carpet and to protect yourself, you see this silver dangle thing? And if you come here, you can see there's a big circle and a little circle. This big circle here is where you need to pull this back towards, and then the whole thing will go up. That has just opened up a cap in the chimney at the very top. The reason there's a cap on it is otherwise the local wildlife will decide to come down the chimney and make this their home, and you do not want that. So when you're closing it up, you just pull it until this thing comes to the end, and then it locks. Before you start the fireplace in the high winter, just open this ever so slightly, just a little bit, and it'll help it pull.
Okay.
This is where you're going to plug a generator into. We lost power in Sandy And after that we got just a little portable generator. You buy a 3-prong 240 volt cord, goes in there, and that will then energize 2 sockets in the house. The first socket is this one that says generator only in the corner in the living room. The reason we have that is because we used it to then power the fridge upstairs, and if it's cold and you've lost power, you would have to have the lines, the extension cords coming in and having that patio doors open, and that gets very cold very quickly. Right. The other generator socket is up here. Again, it says generator only, and you can see that goes all the way out, and that's the only place it powers.
This is how you change an air filter in this furnace. First, switch this off. Screwdriver. Okay, so that releases this top panel. Okay, so you take that off, just put that somewhere safe, put it down, and then you've got to get the bottom panel off. This uses, I think, 6mm bolts, but I've got a pair of pliers, so I'm just going to loosen these. Until they're about finger tight, and then you can just undo these. Now these will come out, so don't lose them. Okay, that will release the bottom panel. Now you don't actually have to switch it off here, because there is a trip switch here. That would have isolated it anyway. This is your air filter. You just pull that out and discard that. I try and change this once a month. Air filters have an arrow on that shows the direction of airflow. The airflow is coming down here, into here and up there. So the filter will go in this way with the arrow pointing to my left. You just put that filter and you slide it in there to cover that gap. And then you put this back together in the same way that it all came apart. Unbolt in there. This is easier with a socket set. Good. And then take this and just put this back in here. These are better to start them with your fingers first to line them up. And then once they're going, you just use your Phillips screwdriver and you screw them back into place. Doesn't need to be tight. And then switch it back on. And that is it.